You're back, and I'm glad you are. And because you're back, you're going to be rewarded with another question, again out of the Minor Prophets, this time Haggai. Chapter 1, verse 3, is it a time for you yourselves to be living in your paneled houses while this house remains a ruin? Today, God's house or temple isn't a building, but his church made up of people for which Jesus gave his life. Now, your gifts and time are to be used at least in part to help establish his church where you are a part. Now, do you have a heart for the church? Are you involved in a church? Are you giving of what he gave you to help build up his body locally and even globally? Are you doing what you can to build his body, as I said, in the world, especially in other cultures through missions support? Now let's look at Romans chapter 12, verses 3 through 8. For by the grace given me, I say to every one of you, do not think of yourself more highly than you ought, but rather think of yourself with sober judgment, in accordance with the faith God has distributed to each of you. For just as each of us has one body with many members, and these members do not all have the same function, so in Christ we, though many, form one body, and each member belongs to all the others. We have different gifts according to the grace given to each of us. If your gift is prophesying, then prophesy in accordance with your faith. If it's serving, then serve. If it's teaching, then teach. If it's to encourage, then give encouragement. If it's giving, then give generously. If it's to lead, do it diligently. If it's to show mercy, do it cheerfully. That's quite a list. Now I hope you understand your role in helping to build his body. But I encourage you to ask the Lord how you can invest yourself accordingly his work in a church and take the gifts that he's given you and use them to build up other people and his beloved church. That's it for today. Come on back tomorrow. We'll have more waiting for you here then.